just making sure that I had a completed application was stressful enough. Due to the fact that I thought I had people working on my application for the last 3 months and nobody was doing it. So it was down to 1 week left for me to turn in my equity application. It was just very stressful, making sure that I had the documents that were required, making sure that my application was completed. So it was a lot of back and forth with me and my business partner trying to get it together and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it was just stressful. And the 20th wasn't a deadline for equity delivery applications, so I kind of stressed myself out for nothing. And but I just wanted an application in.
Yeah.
I think my most important thing was just wanting something in by the 20th anyway. So I made myself go crazy, got all the paperwork that I needed to prove that I'm an equity applicant. That was the hardest part. I've been in Oakland, born and raised here in my whole life, and was having to come up with all these documents proving that I'm a fucking resident of Oakland was crazy. And I never knew if I had to go back 10 years of my life just to prove that I've been here for 10 years. Which is good because a lot of people can't prove it. A lot of people can't prove it. So, like, I've been talking to people left and right, like, oh man, I live this far away from the zone, or I lived a block over from the zone, but I've been in the zones, like, all of them, all my whole life. So, it was like for a minute, like, something was preventing me from, like, people were telling me they can only go back, certain agencies were telling me they can only go back 5 years, 4 years, 2 years, and stuff. So, I think a hard part of it was, too, needing 10 years worth of documentation saying that that you resided in Oakland and in these certain parts of Oakland. So it wasn't just that it is that you live in Oakland, that's one of the requirements, but you also have to live in these certain beats. So I had to go through all my old addresses and make sure that the beats were where people were getting harassed and arrested for marijuana. So I proved that. So I feel a little bit better after the week has gone. November 20th passed, and now the anxiety is just here, waiting for a yes or no from the city. Waiting for a yes or no for my permit to see, am I going to be able to start my business?